He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a composed strength and screen magnetism that made viewers pay attention. Gokberk Demirci didn't rush into the Turkish entertainment industry. He built his presence patiently, shaping a career rooted in discipline, emotional control, and steady growth rather than instant hype. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Gokberk Demirci was born on October 20th, 1989, in Izmit, Kocaeli, Turkey. Long before recognition and leading roles, he focused on understanding acting as a craft. Instead of chasing visibility, he invested in formal acting education and years of preparation, learning how to convey emotion with restraint and realism. This foundation shaped his calm, grounded on screen style that would later become his signature. His acting journey began with smaller television roles that helped him gain experience and industry awareness. But his real breakthrough came with the role of Yaman Karimli in the daily drama Yamin. The series ran for several seasons and required intense consistency, emotional endurance, and commitment. Through Yamin, Gokberk became a familiar face to millions of viewers in Turkey and abroad, particularly in regions where Turkish dramas built strong international followings. Rather than remaining confined to one type of role, Gokberk steadily expanded his range. He took on a role of Kartal in You See Kiz Cards, a character driven by internal conflict and moral tension. The performance marked a clear shift toward deeper, more realistic storytelling. He later appeared in Kardeşlerim as Kore, further proving his ability to adapt within ensemble casts and emotionally layered narratives. As of 2026, his television drama list includes Yemin, You See Kiz Cards, Kardeşlerim, Hayat Bazın Tatlıdır, and Arka Sıradakiler. Unlike exaggerated online claims, his filmography remains selective and grounded. His movie appearances are limited, reflecting a deliberate focus on strong scripts rather than inflated credit lists often circulated across the internet. Gokberk's approach to roles reflects a long-term mindset. He chooses characters that align with emotional truth and personal growth instead of repeating formulas that guarantee short-term popularity. This balance between visibility and credibility has helped him maintain relevance in an industry where trends shift rapidly. Off-screen, Gokberk's public image is calm and controlled. He avoids unnecessary exposure, keeps his private life protected, and focuses on physical fitness, routine, and mental balance. This structured lifestyle directly supports the consistency seen in his performances. His fashion sense mirrors his personality. Clean, understated, and masculine, he favors classic looks over attention-driven trends. Brand collaborations remain limited and selective, reinforcing an image of authenticity rather than over-commercialization. While his personal life has often been the subject of online speculation, much of it inaccurate, he rarely responds to rumors. He keeps attention centered on his work, professionalism, and ongoing development as an actor. Within the industry, he is known as disciplined, respectful, and deeply focused on understanding his characters from the inside out. By 2026, Gokberk Demirci has earned recognition as a reliable and consistent actor. His estimated net worth reflects steady income from long-running television projects and selective partnerships, built gradually rather than impulsively. What truly sets him apart is restraint. He values realism, studies human behavior, and prioritizes longevity over speed. From early supporting roles to sustained television success, his career reflects patience, control, and quiet confidence. As of 2026, Gokberk Demirci stands as a symbol of understated strength in modern Turkish television. Not loud, not rushed, but built to last. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a depth that pulled audiences in without effort. Engin Akyurek didn't chase attention or follow trends. He built his place in Turkish entertainment through restraint, emotional honesty, and performances that linger long after the screen fades to black. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Engin Akyurek was born on October 12, 1981, in Ankara, Turkey. Long before scripts and cameras, his path was far removed from acting. He studied history at Ankara University, developing a strong sense of perspective, analysis, and emotional awareness that would later become central to his performances. Acting was not an early plan, but when he entered the talent competition Türkiye'nin Yıldızları in 2004 and won first place, everything changed. His acting journey began shortly after with Yabansi Dammit, where his natural presence quickly stood out. But it was his role as Kerem Ilgaz in Fatma Gül'ün Sukuna that transformed his career. The series became an international phenomenon, and Engin's raw, restrained performance earned critical acclaim, proving his ability to carry emotionally heavy narratives with sincerity and depth. Rather than capitalizing on fame through repetitive roles, Engin chose complexity. From the emotionally fractured Ömer Demir in Kara Para Ask to the conflicted Sanyar Effioglu in Sefrankizi, he consistently portrayed men shaped by trauma, silence, and internal struggle. His characters are rarely loud, yet always powerful, defined by what they withhold as much as what they express. Engin's approach to acting reflects a deeply intentional mindset. He gravitates towards scripts that explore moral conflict, psychological weight, and human vulnerability. This selective process has allowed him to maintain artistic credibility while remaining one of the most respected leading actors in the industry. Off-screen, Engin's public image is defined by privacy and restraint. He avoids unnecessary exposure, rarely engages in spectacle, and lets his work speak for itself. While he is associated with major international brands and high-profile productions, he remains selective and understated in his public appearances. His lifestyle mirrors that philosophy. He values solitude, structure, and balance, prioritizing mental clarity and personal growth over constant visibility. This grounded approach has helped him sustain consistency in an industry driven by constant attention. Engin's influence extends far beyond Turkey. His series continue to reach global audiences through international broadcasts and streaming platforms, earning him a devoted fan base across Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America. His estimated net worth reflects long-term success built through acting, endorsements, and international recognition, achieved steadily rather than aggressively. What truly sets him apart is restraint. Engin Akyurek doesn't rely on spectacle or excess emotion. He builds performances from silence, pauses, and internal conflict, trusting the audience to feel rather than be told. That discipline has become his signature. As of 2026, Engin Akyurek stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of artistic integrity in modern Turkish television. His career is defined by depth, patience, and evolution, proving that longevity is built through substance, not noise. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.